Welcome to More Than Sound, celebrating 30 years of groundbreaking work from the Irene Taylor Trust. We create music in places and spaces you wouldn't expect. I'm Dean Statham, singer-songwriter and actor from London. In this series, we'll talk to people who are part of this incredible and creative community. KENGO first got introduced to the Irene Taylor Trust when she joined a project back in 2022. She's gone from having never rapped in front of anybody before to being a seasoned performer. Now she also helps others to make the music they want to by facilitating workshops. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I want to learn more about her musical and personal journey. So let's get into it. Welcome, KENGO.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
On this lovely summer's day in East London.
I love it.
In the trenches, in the studio. Let's start with where you grew up.
So I grew up in West London, believe it or not, in Acton Vale. It was such a busy community, but we were all close. Like the children in the estate would just have a meeting point in the basketball courts. And sometimes we'd play music and do music competitions, whether that's dance or singing, and then we'd get a prize. It was literally just community, because we even had a community centre in the estate. So if it was summer and stuff, they would put on fun fairs or sports or even dance related competitions, and then you'd win prizes.
Fantastic. And you won the prize?
No, I never won actually.
Oh,
I just participate, or sometimes I would just watch for vibes.
It's all about the participation in it, isn't it? So what kind of music were you listening to growing up around that time?
Well, I would say hip hop, heavily influenced by American rappers, so Fat Joe, Remy Ma. I was listening to EVE, 50 Cent, and that was predominantly because I had older siblings and I was the youngest then. So it was whatever they were listening to, I was listening to as well. Mm-hmm. And then my older sister would force us to do the routines, and she'd be like, you need to get it right. And then my brother would be reciting the lyrics, and then we'd just keep going until we get it. So that's how I was introduced to music. And then a few Saturday mornings, it was literally my mum playing Kenyan music or Congolese music, and then that's when we knew it's time to clean. On Saturday, when this type of music come on, we're just yep.
EVE, I do love a bit of Eve. I really do. Tambourine, you just cannot beat that song. I absolutely love it. It's the absolute best. And Lil Kim as well, back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, love Lil Kim.
Even
still
the
to this
visuals
day.
and the music videos, they were so well thought out.
It was a different time back then, wasn't it, as well? Where they had budgets for music videos. And a music video would be so exciting to see it come out. So where did your passion for music come from?
I would say, I think listening to music, it just gives you a different feeling or emotion. I started off writing poetry, so I didn't actually know that I could rap. I knew I could rap other people's songs really well, randomly rhyme, but I didn't know oh, you can actually rap. But when I started off writing poetry, I kind of wanted to make my own lyrics, but I found it hard to. And so I think in lockdown, that's when I had so much time on my hands, and that's when I started songwriting for myself.
So tell me a bit about that journey from poetry to songwriting during that time in the climate where we was at the time. Everybody's locked up, but what was that like for you?
I loved it. Yeah. Because I think it's because I'm an introvert. So there's no work, but I'm still getting paid. That was just lit. But then also my mom was a key worker, so she would be going to work. So then it was just I have the house to myself, and my sister was stuck at uni, so she couldn't come back home. So I was just excited. I really just had my own routine. Waking up, I would go for walks. I would say I was active because it was just my space, so I could do what I wanted to. So I had time to experiment and think about what I wanted to do. I really thought in the lockdown, everyone's in lockdown, there was no exemptions, as in if you're rich, if you're this. So I was what can I actually do when I come out of lockdown that I actually like? So that's when I started thinking about music and songwriting. That's what came up into my mind. Mm-hmm. So I think through that, when I was songwriting, listening to music, I was listening to instrumentals and beats. And I was just really thinking God, what can I actually do that's my passion? I actually want to do something I enjoy. So yeah, that's how it came about.
Great. And how was transitioning from poetry into songwriting? Because some people have quite a difficult time transferring poetry into songwriting. How was that for you?
I think I didn't think about the technical side too much. I focused more on like the feeling because I felt like I had a lot to say, but I wasn't able to articulate myself in conversations to be able to like express how I feel. So I think putting it in a song, like writing lyrics instead of writing in a diary about like how I feel and stuff like that was easier for me. So I didn't really think about how am I going to turn poetry into rap. It was just more like how can I turn like this feeling into tangible words. So when I was writing, it was just like out of passion. It wasn't really out of a genre. So whatever beat matched my emotions or that passion, I would write to it.
I think that leads on to my next question then quite nicely. Where does your passion for music come from?
I would say, I think growing up, I had like a speech impediment. So I actually had selective mutism. So I wasn't able to always speak. So I went therapy, like speech therapy. Writing was always my like preferred method. So sometimes people would like ask me questions and then they would just give me time to write about it and think about it to like process the information. So I'd say my passion for music, I've understood it more now than I did when I actually started writing it. Like I didn't know how much it meant to me in the beginning. Whereas now I'm like, oh, this is actually like therapeutic when I write because I don't have so much on my mind like all racing thoughts because I can actually write it down. So sometimes I'd say in the beginning, I didn't think like that in the beginning. In the beginning, I was just like writing and I just thought it was a me thing. But as I've gotten older and also like progressed, I guess in like music, I've understood how much it's actually helped me. I was very creative, so I'd draw a lot or like write. So I'd say it's something I picked. I wasn't talking, so that was my communication. So it just came like naturally. I needed an avenue to express myself.
Yeah, I suppose that's the beauty with music, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's just beautiful like that. So if you weren't making music, what do you think you'd be doing?
Damn. What do I think I would be doing? I'd probably be bored. I'd probably not be that stimulated, not much. Before I made music, this is an interesting question. I'd probably be in like sports because I used to run track before. So I'd probably have like kept up with that.
Do you remember what it was like to perform your own songs to other people for the first time?
Yeah.
And where was that? Tell us about that.
It was so bad. The first time I performed, it was actually so terrible. Like, and I brought my siblings with me. So my little siblings, they just don't sugarcoat things. Like kids just say the truth. The first time I performed, I was just like nervous. And also I didn't really understand how like events worked as well. So like they could say be here at 6 and people don't come until like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So if you're the first one on, it's kind of sad because like you're not going to catch the audience of people that are coming later. So I think I was the first one to perform, but it was just so bad. I was
That's
just like,
so
oh my
daunting,
days.
the first one as well. Like, first time, first on.
Yeah.
So how did you manage those feelings to be able to perform to people? And what kind of feedback did you get?
Some people said it was good. I was just like, you're lying, but okay. Like, I'll take it. I think I just learned to like rehearse and also without a backing track. Because the first time I did it, I didn't realize that I needed to like practice on levels because it was a melodic rap track as well. You sound good in the studio, but you need to make sure you sound good live as well. But I didn't understand that then. I just thought like whatever will come out will be fine, like it'll be good. But I was like, nah, it's not the one.
Can you describe your first project with the Irene Taylor Trust? What happened? Let's go to the beginning. How did that all go?
I think I saw an ad on Instagram about the Princess Trust and Irene Taylor Trust. I think it was 1 week making tracks. And so I signed up through there. And then I really didn't know what to like expect at all because I hadn't done a music program before or been involved with creatives in one space where we're just making music. So I didn't know what to expect. So I kind of just went with like an open mind and hoped that it would help me like in songwriting The first day is like, oh, okay, introductions, okay. And then we start making music, and especially it was live music. So it wasn't like YouTube tracks. So that was like, oh, wow, that was like a shock for me. And I was thinking like, can I really do it with like live music? How are they going to like compose this properly? I just had to trust the process and trust like the drummer could drum and like the guitarist could play guitar, and also like showing references. But everyone was literally supportive. So that helped a lot. And even though like people were on different levels musically and how long they've been doing it for and the experience they have, but everyone was literally patient with each other. The people facilitating were there to help. So it wasn't, oh, I can't ask help, or I can't clarify, or I've never done this before. Like, what's this? There was no like silly question. Everyone was just involved.
Is there something what springs to mind where you're like, yeah, that was so helpful?
Yeah, because that's what encouraged me to start music properly. I'd say after that program, it was just, oh yeah, I can actually do this.
Well, we actually have a track from that first week from the project, Life Goes. So I'm going to hand it over to you now, KENGO, to introduce your track.
So this is one where Coco, a few other people, Rick, were involved. On the 5 days, this is one of the tracks that we made from scratch with the live instruments. Here it is.
To blow up, tell yourself that you are a soldier. Can't have it with nowhere to show up. Move forward when promise you slow up. I know, so you have to tell me slow down. Too fast now, I'm living on my own now. Young bull in the China shop. Who would've owed a lot? The chip on his shoulder got a minor drop.
You know what you had to, you don't even have it no more. That's just how life goes. We take for granted, but we take advantage of. You never know what you have to, you don't even have it no more. That's just how life goes. We take for granted, but we take advantage.
It's these angels in my thoughts that I vent to. I put the pen to the paper, it's all mental. It's got me drawing out my feelings with a pencil. And I be eating every beat with my utensils. I got my walls up, man, they call me concrete. Always moving silent, you can probably Charlie chat me. Was a little you, but they ain't put me in the backseat. Don't walk on mains, you can catch me on the back street. Always clocking in on my wrist as a timesheet. I don't like to play with my life cause it's pricey. If I cut this deal, I can go buy me a icy nicely. Walk around with a pair of Nikes.
Don't know it's time to blow up. Tell yourself that you are a soldier. Can't have it with nowhere to show up. Move forwards and promise you slow up. I know, so you have to tell me slow down. Too fast now, I'm living on my own now. Young bull in the China shop. Cool with the order lot, the chip on his shoulder got a minor drop.
You never know what you have to, you don't even have it no more. That's just how life goes. You take for granted, but we take advantage of. You never know what you have to, you don't even have it no more. That's just how life goes. We take for granted, but we take advantage of. We take for granted, but we take advantage of. I should see my lessons through all my love. Through roses and days, I know what I could be capable of. So give what I need so I can achieve. You never know what you have till you don't even have it no more. That's just how life goes. We take for granted, but we take advantage of. You never know what you have to, you don't even have it no more. That's just how life goes. We take for granted, but we take advantage of. We take for granted, but we take advantage of. You never know what you had till you don't even have it no more.
That's just how life goes. We take for granted, but we take advantage of.
take for granted, but we take advantage of.
So not only are you an incredible rapper, but you facilitate projects for Irene Taylor Trust now as well.
I first learned from being on the project as a young person. I would say I understand how it feels to just be like, oh, what's this? And be curious. You want to put your best foot forward, but it's a new environment. So I kind of took the good things as well on how like the people, how they facilitated my program and how it impacted me to excel and actually pursue it. I kind of took those notes and also used it to help other young people as well, and also clarify any doubts that they had. How am I supposed to make music with just raw instruments? How's this going to work? I'm not used to it. Or especially collabing with other people that you've never met before. And some people could be apprehensive about it because they're strangers to you.
Yeah.
So you don't know like their work ethic or how you can communicate effectively. So I'd say being on the program helped me be able to facilitate it as well.
What was it like going from participating to facilitating with young people? How did you find that?
There's moments where you're like, oh, what can I do? Or like, what can I contribute to? But it's also a good challenge because you push yourself as well as trying to push them. So in encouraging them or speaking to them, you find out things that you could do better as well. Or you find out things about yourself that you're like, oh yeah, I could definitely work on this in regards to myself more. So yeah, I'd say there's cons to it. So as challenging as they may be, you're kind of challenging yourself as well.
And do you have is there like a standout memory which you say, I'm so proud of myself for that?
I mean, I'd say being a facilitator as a whole, because at first I was like curious about it, but I was like, yeah, I don't think I can do it. But I think even the training process and the debriefs and speaking about it, that whole thing is at first when you hear people's experiences, or you have to kind of bring up in the training like the pros and the cons, but when you hear the cons, sometimes you can focus on it too much and think I'm not capable, because that's what I did. I was like, yeah, what if they're too challenging for me and I can't do it? What if their personality is just so extrovert and I can't manage? But then I would say I just trusted myself and I was just like, let's see how it goes. Like either way, just do it.
Yeah.
But I'd say it was a good decision that I made.
Yeah. I suppose working with young people, it can be so rewarding, especially when you see your influence and you see it rubbing off on them in a good way. You're like, oh, I did that. That's fantastic. That is brilliant. So what music are you making at the moment? Is there anything in the pipeline that we can get excited about?
Yeah, I'd say I've been doing more live shows. So that's good. It's given me more confidence, and it's also given me like pointers on how to do the next show even better with stage presence and movement as well, interacting with the audience and like having conversations afterwards. In terms of music, I'd say working on my image as well, what KENGO means. So I'm half Kenyan and half Congolese. And that has had an impact on like me growing up. Music influences fashion, literally. Especially in like the Congolese culture, fashion is like, they literally have like a whole community that's just fashion. They just make materials, like to dress up, etc. So that was like a big deal. So I just decided KENGO. It was a long process though, because it didn't start out as KENGO at first. But yeah, we won't talk about the previous name.
You don't want to tell us what your previous names were? No. We'll have to learn about that in another episode, maybe. No, we'll have to get another episode going. But just going back to the live performances, what you were saying there, that you really enjoy the live performances. What is it about a live performance that makes you thrive?
I would say the interaction with it. So meeting different people as well after you've performed your set, hearing about what they do as well. They usually ask like, oh, how long have you been writing, etc. Like, this is cold, etc. But it's nice to like hear live feedback as well, because it kind of makes me write better. It's just the adrenaline as well, and like their reactions. So I feed off of that. I like it. It's just hearing their stories of what they do and why they do it. The connection and the networking is really cool.
Brilliant. Have you got like a favourite venue that you've performed at so far?
Favourite venue? Ooh. I don't know about venue, but I have favourite like performances. I did one at Westfield at Newham Festival. That was really lit. Just everything was great. I would say my favourite is probably South by Southwest. The sound was just like, yeah, it just gets you gassed.
Yeah.
And they had a wireless mic so I could go everywhere. I didn't just have to like stay on the stage. I could do anything. And the crowd was just, the crowd was really good.
What would your advice be to someone who's trying to get their music career started?
I would say, what's their why? Like, what's the reason? It's like music is, it's hard to get a job, just like a standard job. So imagine how hard it is to like get inside of the music industry. And it's already like a minority. There's loads of people that like music. There's loads and loads of people that like music, but there's not that many people that want to sit down and like write songs and the whole process of like produce a song, record a song. There's people like doing it for hobbies, but as a career, I think it's important to like have a why, because when things are tough or when you feel like, oh, I'm not getting the reception that I need, or I'm not getting like a DM, or I'm not getting called for shows, etc. Like if you don't have a why, it's just gonna like disappear.
Yeah.
Like you're just not gonna be able to like carry on. There's not gonna be any longevity in it. It's just gonna be like a hobby for you. And then you'll just go on to the next thing because you feel like, oh, this person said like I'm bad, so like this must not be for me. But if you have a why, like you're just going to take it as constructive criticism and actually work on it, as opposed to like, oh, they said this and it's negative, so it's not for me. So I'd say they need to like find their why.
Yeah, I think that's really important, because I suppose I always say if you're getting into music for the money, then it's not going to work, because there's not that much money left in music anymore. Do you know what I mean? So you got to do it because you love it, you know. And it's definitely, I think I agree with you. Like some people don't want to sit down and do the songwriting and things like that. They want to just be at the gate and doing it straight away.
Literally.
Right. So while we're on the subject, you have a new song called Face?
Yeah, that's the name.
Brilliant. I'll hand over to you. Tell us about it.
So I literally made it at an artist development program, so with Young Black Shining Star and Step Now, and it was literally from scratch with the producer. That was my first time doing a beat from like scratch and working out what do you want in it, how do you want it to sound in the different pockets, and I'd say it came out really well. So yeah, here it is, Face.
KENGO in the booth.
Shut up, D-Bird.
Who let KENGO in the booth? Is getting serious. Swear I've got more tricks up my sleeve and some experience. I light up the scene and mash up the set. They think I'm daunting. I'm causing the UK weather to change. I'm global warming. My presence long before I could speak has got me a verbal warning. They already know I'm causing the scene. I bring the storm in. I might not speak, but you can see it in my face. If black is not a colour, then we need another race. I just built my own lane, going at my pace, but I kinda like space, cause I'ma be a star like Patrick. What I touch is incredible, it is not elastic. You cannot recycle my craft, it is not plastic. What I do is art, not everybody can be classic.
And what is it like being a female rapper coming up in the game in 2025?
I would say, I've heard this a lot actually, like the female rapper stuff. When I started, I didn't really think, or like, I'm a female rapper. I just rap. But if you want to put me in the category of like a female rapper, I'll take both lanes as a rapper and a female rapper and just tick the box in both lanes. But I don't see myself, I don't have a tunnel vision of like, oh, this is hard, I'm a female rapper. I just be like, this is hard in general. So when I'm like doing like a vision board, etc., I'm just doing it as a rapper, like as an artist. I'm not doing it as a female artist. If I say in my song like cheeky lines like I'm the best, I'm not saying as a female artist. I'm just saying in general. So yeah.
So during your time with the Irene Taylor Trust, talk to me a bit about how it's helped your confidence, how it's helped you as an artist.
I would say it's helped me for sure with my confidence as well. And also I say the work is rewarding overall. When I facilitate programs, it's rewarding because it just reminds me of where I started from. So that drives me. And it's like a reflection. Oh, damn, yeah, I really came a long way from like the beginning and just having like absolutely no idea, but just hoping that this is the avenue I want to go down, to actually doing what I want to do now. My confidence is helped because in that making tracks that we got to play some of our tracks, and even the feedback that I received from playing the tracks, it was very like positive and constructive as well. Okay, so I'm good at this, but I need to work on this. It left me something to like work with. And also I wasn't 100% sure that like I wanted to do music, but I was just like, yeah, I actually can, and I actually like music. So I want to do something that I like. So even going on that program, I don't think I told anybody, oh, I'm going to do like this music program or anything. Because I was like, if it's something that I actually want to do, then I'll just do it, and then my mom can see that I'm doing it, as opposed to I'm going to do it like I'm asking for permission, like I'm not sure. So I'd say going on the program, I was literally just like open-minded and ready to learn, but it helped me in the long run with confidence to try new things.
Well, thank you so much, KENGO. Thank you so much for coming in and having this chat with us. Again, I think you're an incredible rapper, and very inspirational, very, very inspirational, passing on your knowledge to the next generation of kids coming up, wanting to do this. It's been an honor. It's been an absolute honor talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
So this last part of the show, what I like to do is chuck it over to you. And so you can basically, this is for shout out. So anybody you want to shout out or you want to thank, or anybody's name you just want to say, floor is yours.
Let's say big up Kitya. Because like she's been there from the beginning as well.
God bless Kitya.
Yeah. Anything you need, just message Kitya, email her.
Yeah.
I'd say thank you to Prince's Trust, Irene Taylor Trust as well, for giving people like the opportunity, the space, and the guitarists. They help all the like instrumentalists, all the peers. I'd say everybody really. But, yeah, names are like slow right now, but yeah I see their faces in my head. So I know who I'm like speaking about.
That's it. As long as you know, that's it. So tell us also, before we go, where can we find your music?
You can find it. So I'm mostly active on Instagrams. So that's at KENGO_KC. And that's on TikTok as well.
To find out more about the Irene Taylor Trust, go to irenetaylortrust.com. Thanks so much for listening.